So, hey guys, thanks for tuning in again one more time. So this is going to be the second weekly video, which we're going to do every Wednesday. Where me and my friend, over here named Taram. Taram, say hi. Introduce yourself, Taram.
Yo guys, hi, how you doing? I'm Taram. I'm doing this challenge with Gudi, basically trying to understand the markets and also learn how to navigate the markets together. So welcome to the channel and please subscribe.
Amazing. So like what I said earlier, that every Wednesday we're going to be talking a mid-weekly setups of what we have done, what we traded, and why we took this trade. So today presentation is going to be on me first. Then after that, Taram's going to continue next, and he's going to speak on his individual trades that he took, why he took, and what's the reason behind the trades. All right. So if you guys watched my first video, I explained you how markets actually trading and how the chart price action is actually moving. So if you can see in the gold trade for this week, price was raging in the same expectation I had, where I thought news is about to come, price going to create a reaction before the news, right? So when earlier video I showed price was actually on a replay where so price was like this on Monday before the market opens, and then it started ranging on the 4 hours, where I personally and decided that I find 4 hours chart make me see the bigger picture than the smaller time frame. Because in the past 1 month before, I was actually trading in a smaller time frame, which was roughly on a 30 to 1 hour, and I couldn't actually picture out in the bigger picture what market was actually doing, and I was in the wrong trade in the wrong section. So that caused me multiple failures in my trade, making me lose my first challenge in the August. But it was a learning session. It was a learning lesson for both of us actually. So what do I see in this week's trade, and how did I prepare for it? It was actually, how do I like to pronounce this? How do I like to say this? It's like a saying, right? They say that do not chase the cat, let the cat come up to you. Let the cat comes to you, right? That's exactly what I did. So this week's trade was exactly the way I expected, and the way I created a plan for myself, and market came towards that way. So how do I see this trade and how it actually happened? So I'm going to play by this back test. So let me begin how actually I saw this trade and how I told myself that I'm going to patiently wait out and let it happen. So it was like this. So Monday session open, price was just in this range where I expected price was going to do a push to the support area and then decide to go downwards back, right? So I didn't like fully create a bias that way. I create a possibility. So I told myself I don't want to trade in between of the charts. I want to trade outside of the charts. Means I want to trade the bigger time frame where I can see price in a more clearer picture. So this is where I created the rectangle over here. It's just a sign of showing me this is where price would eventually touch, because liquidity wants to come back to the sweetest spot. The sweetest spot is where banks want to find price in the most cheapest price you can ever find to short it. So this is where I patiently waited out. I let market did its things, where you can see price touches down. This is actually I wanted to enter, but I couldn't because it was too early in the morning and I was not awake. But I had an expectation, if price comes here, I'm gonna take a risk that I willing to take for this trade. And that's whenever I take a trade, I have a new risk management where I told myself, if I find this trade is too risky for me to take a trade, I will not go above 50%. So my range are mostly around 0.25 to 0.5% risk. It makes me more confident, and I can take in the trade properly without any emotion involved in it, because I know that if price goes the other way around, it's okay. I just wanted to give a try because it was a possibility of a trade going upwards. However, eventually price did went upwards, where you can see price went upwards. It came back to the price where I want to look for a short, and I was in. I think so. This is my first entry. I think if I'm not mistaken, that was the second entry, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, that was the second entry there. So that was the second entry. I was in, so two price inside, and I was looking for a short term downwards. So I just waited out. I know price will not eventually go all the way strip down, and I know I'm holding a swing account. So I decided to let it play out its trades and let price to come towards the area of TP or a buy zone of a next person who thinks that could be a potential buy. So I just let the price to do its thing. Eventually it came to my TP, it hit TP, and then I wanted to look for another entry over here. However, when I went back to the 5 minutes price, I couldn't find anything that could bring me back to this price area. So I just missed out its trade and I just let it play its thing. Because as I told myself, if price comes back to this next area where it's over here to here, I'm eventually going to take a trade. So I just let it play it out. And if price just came back here, if I'm not mistaken, if I take it or not, I need to recheck my trades. But price did came here. Yes, okay, yes, I did. Yes, so I took a trade here, price went down here, and then I waited out for today's market, and I took another entry, if I'm not mistaken, around here, the same entry where you can see price is reacting. Yes, yep. So I took another entry today, was right here. I told myself I expecting a CPI trade is going to come in, so price eventually wants to touch this resistance, come back down, touch this price, and potentially wants to go to the next high here again, or then come back down, right? So this is just a possibility of mine. I'm not fully guaranteed that price will actually go up way, so I'm just going to let it play out, and I already moved my stop loss to the closest area where I can find comfortable to sleep off. So price did touch my entry over here where my stop loss was below here, and I'm not mistaken what price is doing now. So price is basically ranging here, so there could be a potential where price may not break upwards because there's so strong resistance over here. We all can see the price is taking its time to break. Well, if I just do a simple rectangle, this is very strong resistance here where price it's taking its time to break and it doesn't want to break, and this potentially I would actually it's over my time limit today where I don't want to trade over much. I most probably would have take my TP and call it a day, because it's not a very pleasing price right now. I could wait it out, but why do I need to wait the entire night just to see price to break here, while I can potentially wait and see what price actually done it and take the next trade of what I expecting. So let's just say price did break it's 3 o'clock in the morning for me and I slept off. So I have no worries, I'll just wait it out. Next day, I see price let it range. I'll come back to the same area where I created the resistance. So I know this could be a potential good resistance and a potential good resistance here for me to, support to re-enter back. Why? Because if price breaks this level, it's a sign of price break of structure, and is looking for another high and wants to go back to the most liquidity area where bankers or algos are ready to short this area. So I'll do that way. So that is going to be for gold. And this week I only traded gold and GPD's Canadian because price was very attractive and I was very more into the trades, because I couldn't monitor too many trades while I'm working, so it was very hard. This was another trade I missed out over here and I closed it because I couldn't open too many lots in my trades. I only have 5 limited lots in my challenge, so there was one I failed, second, third, 3 trades I failed. But price did came to the respecting area that I did in my first video. If you guys check it out, I explained that price will eventually comes to this area, touch the resistance and go back down. It did. Then it came to the next level where people could look into buy area, because there was another support area where it's a potential buy area. Many people would definitely ask me, bro, why you want to buy here? It's too risky. What if price go down? Yes, it's possible. Price could go down. So this is how you handle your risk. Like I said, if I find the price is too risky at this area, I wouldn't enter a price of 0.5% risk. I'll take my risk to 0.25 because I know this is quite a dangerous risk. If things doesn't go according to my plan, I'm going to lose a 0.5% risk, which is ridiculous for me. Like, you know yourself that price wasn't going to bounce this upwards, but you took a very big trade. So that was a mistake from your side. So you don't want to do that, right? So you want to create yourself a risk percentage of knowing, okay, this is how much I can handle. If the price goes this way, I accept the loss because price didn't follow the way I wanted to. It's fine, move on. So if it did, price will go on top, came back to this level, which is where you take your TP if you want to, or you look for another entry over here. And then you short, and then you can just take a TP out of here. And this was this is one of the trade I didn't take. I missed it out, but it's fine. Let's see what the next play is going to be. GPP and JPY, this was something I really wanted to trade. However, it was not very attractive to me. because I wanted price to stay in this range, but it didn't. It broke out from my support area and it went lower. So it was very confusing to my mind, thinking how price is ranging. If I taken a step back, look into the bigger picture, I could have created another support here and another support here. But there was too many supports, and I was not so comfortable with it. I mean, how would I take this trade? It will eventually be a 0.25 trade with a stop loss damn huge. So it's like I'm not having fun of my trades, because I could have taken a really good proper lot if my price was like around here and my stop loss here. My lot size will be nicer. It will be more attractive for me to take a trade. So I skip JPGPY. As I told, if price ranging in this area, it's beautiful. It's a very good trade to take. Why? Because it's in that range. If basically your objective of trading JPGPY is buying the support, selling over here, and if you guys remember why I wrote this red color, it's called a high risk area to short. So if you got an opportunity to take a short here, you take a short here, come back here. If doesn't price go upwards, you take a short here. It's a very attractive place to take a short, and second attractive over here. So this is JPY, and this is something I'm in trade right now. This is one of my beautiful trade. I love this trade because it played out the way I expected it. It did exactly the way I expected. My probability came aligned because I did a slight backtest to it, because when I looked back in the bigger picture, I saw price was actually in a downtrend. It was a downtrend. I understood trend is down, so I want to look something short term. So now I know price was in a downtrend. What I did, I broke down my price. I broke down my time frame. I opened my Fibonacci. So I told myself, okay, if price is going downtrend, I want to look for potential area for a short. I know price will not eventually come to this area. It would come, but potential area to price to come upward is very, very high. It's a very strong push. Why is a strong push? If you look into daily, you can see price already broke the trend line. So there's a very heavy sell going on right now in this range. So I told myself, okay, good day. You don't want to be too dumbfounded about this trade. You know that price is actually going down. Do not fight against the trade. So what you do is you take your Fibonacci, you find the nearest where the price the highest was, you drag it down, and see price eventually came to my sweet spot. I call it the golden run. So I created a Fibonacci. I told myself if price comes to this here, I take a 0.5 and a 1% trade here, because I'm quite confident in this trade. I told myself that this is going to be a really good playout, because when I did a test over here, price did came to the same Fibonacci side. So I played it out. Price did it touched my Fibonacci. It went down. I told myself, okay, it worked out. It worked fine. Let's try another time again, because eventually price will come to the same area of Fibonacci, because traders already understood the trend is now your friend. So what they did, I opened another trade for today. I click here, I drag it down. Price did came to the same area spot, and also why I took a spot over here, because there's a resistance. So I know how a banker would do is he sees people say, oh, this is a resistance, this is where I will definitely take a shot. So some guy over there in the universe had decided to take a shot here, and he put a stop loss over here. But he doesn't know that bankers wants to push the price slightly more, kick him out, and sweep his order and go all the way down. Price did that. So that happened. Was good trade. I moved on, and then I saw this. I saw price in a very attractive area. It touching this my support or bigger support for daily and weekly. So I told myself, okay, it's fine. I missed out this trade because it was too early for me. It was 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I was working. I couldn't see it. So I missed out. I told myself, okay, how do I do this? Since price is really going upwards, I see it's trying to break this resistance here. What should I do? So I tried to put a short here. Then my mind got conflict by another trade. I removed the slot. I put another trade into another trade over gold. So like I said, I only could put 5 lots. So I had mixed feelings lots placed away. Because I thought myself, if CPI news come, price will go all the way up here, then I take a short, and short will come here. So I had a lot here. So that made me miss an opportunity of putting a lot. So that happened. However, I'm in this trade. Price is going upwards now, and I'm most likely gonna close my TP by 12 if I don't see price closing above here, because it's not too it's attractive, but I will definitely hold it since it's my swing account and my stop loss is over here. I'm most likely just hold it. If price eventually follow my plan, it's a good success. Price broke it. If it didn't, I'm just gonna move away. Right? It's because in my probability of trading right now, I have decided myself, do not overthink. Just follow a plan. If price comes to the area you want to take a trade, just take it. It doesn't matter, because if you need to track yourself how you trade, that will eventually become a success for you. Because having a trade plan, writing down a strategy, and figuring out how price movement is working in the bigger picture, you eventually will know the trade and you will take it because you're confident, right? If you're in a very small time frame and you see too many movement, you get too confused with it, because you're not fully prepared what's actually happened. You wait, sorry, what I'm trying to say that you can take a 15-minute trade, but you need to know what the bigger picture is actually showing you, because you want to see in a 4-hour trade, you want to see what is actually price is doing. Then you go into the 15-minute trade and look for the area where the price is actually looking for the demand. So you're probably wondering, hey, how do you find this demand area? You can do this. You can just see this is the demand area right now. The price just touched this area, it just went up, it closed above this line, which is a very good sign of price wants to push upwards. If this price doesn't close above this line, it shows that price is still in a decided mode that it wants to go back down. What you can do is you will do this, touch this area, and then if it bounces upwards, it's good. If it doesn't, it's just going to go down here, where you're going to find a more attractive price. However, bankers also know that many people are actually having an order here, so they know that why do we give that order to them? Let's just push the price. You know, that it's a very manipulative game. So you need to prepare different scenarios in the one particular trade. So you have to expect, what if this happens? What if this happens? So that's make you feel more confident in your trades and realizing that, okay, fine, if this happens, I'm accept it. Let's move on to the next part. Be open your mindset to it. So this is what I did for this week's trade, and I hope it goes well and I close everything the way I want to do. So this is what basically I traded for this week, I would say, for till Wednesday. I don't know what's going to happen the next part, which is tomorrow, because only we can know by if price closes above this line, because that will create another story for Thursday. If it doesn't, it shows that price is going to do a liquidity swap around this area until Friday and swipe everybody's profit away, making them realize that it's going to be a breakout, and if it doesn't, it's just going to take everything and it's going to go all the way down. So that's going to be a play. That could be a possibility of play also. So just keep a lookout. Be aware. Don't feel too emotions. So this is from my side. So now I'm going to pass it to Taram on what he have traded for this week and what he have seen in the market. So Taram, you can share your screen. I'm just
Alright, man, cool. Okay, so cool. Alright, so first things first, thank you, man, for explaining what you saw in the market and how you navigated through this week, and being very transparent about your previous failed challenge, which we both partook in. And as you know, I did fail my challenge as well, and definitely I learned my lesson on it, and I tweaked a little bit on my risk management and just shut out the noise and just focused on what I see in the market, like what he said. So obviously, let's start. So first, we're talking about Monday, so 11th. So the first trade that I took of the week, I was looking at GPB JBY, and then you can see here it says it's on Monday, 11th. So the trade that I took was that I waited for the market to open. The market opened around here. So the plan that I was looking at is like, okay, so how do I play this game? Right now, I can wait for two opportunities. One, the price come back here for area of interest to short it, or the price come down here where the support is found and send it to the longs. So what happened was I waited, and then when NY session started, I bought GBP JBY here, as you can see here, and I longed it and I hit my TP on that. The first trade of the week, I hit my TP on that, and then that was my first trade of the week for JPJBY. Okay, and then second, I on the same day I traded gold. So the three pairs that I trade the most is first is GPJBY, second is gold, and third is Euro USD. I find it that Euro USD and gold has a similar movement of price action, like how they react, and JBY has an inverse relationship with these two pairs. So if I'm buying along on Euro USD and gold, I'll probably short JPY given the circumstances. So the second trade of the first day of the week, Monday, I was trying to short gold. So as you can see here, what I did was the two things that I follow when it comes to trading is that first, engulf zone. Second, for the price to retrace or break and then come back into zone to show me the direction. So if you can see here clearly, the price started here in Monday. It came down here, reversed back to the position, and then came. I took this shot. So the shot hit the TP, and the thing I learned from that is that every single time, if I want to enter a trade, as what Gurdeep said earlier, look for higher confirmation on 4 hourly, and then break it down to the smaller time frame to see where you can enter. That's exactly what I did here. So I waited for the price to retrace back to the point of interest, then I sold it.
Was
Then
this
took this.
sorry for disrupting you. Was this a 1 hour chart trade or a 50 minutes chart trade?
I saw the thing on 4 hours first.
Mm-hmm.
Show you. So
Good trade.
basically, this was a 1 hour chart. So in 1 hour chart, it was like a inverse double bottom, as you can see here.
Yeah.
So the price started here, it came down here, point of interest, rejected here very nicely, and I entered here. So if I break it down to a smaller time frame, you can see what I did there. So you can see that the price started here in Monday morning, came down here on London, came back here on NY, reversed it, and here I sold from here to here. So that was the Monday trade for gold, and there was a Monday trade for JBY. After that, there was the two trades for Monday, and then moving on for Tuesday. Tuesday was quite a bad start for me, but not a bad start for me. So the first trade I took was on gold, and then what happened was so on 4 hour chart, price came down here, price nicely rejected this area, came down here, and you can see that the price rejected around this area, right?
Yeah.
On this side. So I thought it's gonna be a buy.
Yeah.
So I waited for the price to come back here, wait for reaction, and I entered here. But immediately in NY, I got took out. It was a loss, a big loss. But okay, so before I continue with that, I just wanted to say that as I told you the other day, I started a $100,000 demo account. So that's what I'm playing with right now. That's what I'm practicing on.
It's the same. It's like the same challenge as the prop firms, right?
It's like the same challenge as prop firm, but not
the rules.
Like a challenge. It's like a free demo account from them.
Yeah.
Funded trader, but not a challenge because my challenge starts only on October.
Yes. Fine.
Remember, I told you I didn't get the account for September, right?
Yeah, it's fine because you're using the same rules but in different account. That's all.
Yeah. So I got taken out here. So that was a bad start for Tuesday, I would say. So I immediately just took some time off the gold chart, and I went back to my favorite pair, GJ. So GJ, if you can see here, this works like a miracle, man. Let me tell you. So on Monday, if you can see here, the price started here, retraced back, came here, it took this long, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Then the price ranged, went back here, came for this short, and then at this area, I entered again on Tuesday. The same trade I took on Monday is the same trade I took on Tuesday, just a few pips higher, and that hit my TP as well. The exact TP I took on Monday.
Well, if you don't mind asking, how
I decided this is that?
Yeah.
How I decided this is that I went to the 4 hour chart.
Mm-hmm.
The 4 hour chart, as you can see, there's a major rejection of this area, right? And I went down to the smaller time frame on the 1 hour time, and I saw there's a reaction here as well. So let me show you. So you can see here, price came down to the same level, reacted, and I entered. So let me show you. So okay, if you go to the 15 minutes chart, you can see here, this is the trade I took on Monday. TP here, waited for the price to come back to the same point of interest. First the price went down, reacted, came down, I entered here, same TP on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm. Amazing.
So the same two trades on the same week on GJ. So GJ has been really good. GJ has been really, really good. So whatever money that I lost on gold, I made it back on GJ. So I was break even. Then I was done with the DJ gold. Then I went back on gold for New York session. So on New York session, Let me. Okay, for the New York session. Okay, New York. So the same thing that happened uh, for me on GJ on Monday and Tuesday, that happened to me on Tuesday and Wednesday today. So I'll explain how. So here I entered a trade on the 12th, which is Tuesday, at 19. Hold on, 19. Yeah, so Tuesday for the gold trade, I just okay. Do you see this area, dude?
Yes.
This area right here. So it went up, came back to the point of interest. This is the trade I took. This right here, TP was here. The same thing I see on the left, I did it on the right.
Okay.
The price went up, came back to the point of interest, reacted the same way, took the TP.
Great
So that
trade.
was the gold trade on Tuesday. So another trade was Euro USD. So as I said earlier, Euro USD and gold, I feel like they both correlate with each other. So for example, what I mean by that is, okay, let's go to 4-hour chart, right? You clearly can see that the price reacted very massively on this area, correct?
Correct.
And then the price broke down, cheap people up, went back up. So on Tuesday, the price came back to my point of interest here. This area, this was my entry. So I went down to the 1-hour chart. Price did this thing, broke down, scared the people away, reacted positively, came back to the point of interest. I entered and took my TP here. So that was on Tuesday. So on Tuesday, I took a fat loss on gold first, then made back on GJ, and then made back on Euro and gold on New York session. Okay. For today, I just traded gold. I didn't trade anything else. And today's trade was actually quite small, but very good trade. Let me tell you what. So this is what I learned today. So for example, as I said to you just now, on Tuesday I took a gold trade around here. I told you, right? I took a TP here. So Monday it was here, went back, came down. Tuesday this happened, right? So usually when the price were to come back down here, what I would think is that okay, you know what, the setup is already invalidated. It won't actually happen on Wednesday because the price already came back down to the point of interest again, right? But what I didn't do is that I didn't get scared. I stuck to my plan. I was like, okay, price rejected very sharply in this area, and it rejected here again here. So I waited. I know today's news. I know there's going to be a lot of manipulation. So what I did was, before the news even began, I already entered my position here. Okay, entered my position here, reacted very nicely, but I didn't close when the news was actually happening. So this SL that I kept here, the SL was actually here at this black line that I've marked. Okay, so what I did was I wait for the price to react to the news. The price, if you see, let me show you. If you see the price here, you can see that after it reacted very massively here. Okay, after the price reacted very massively here, it came back here, right? Can you see?
Yeah.
See, I was still in this trade and I closed it here. So, yep, this was my trade for the week. Managed to, I mean, it's only been 3 trading weeks, so I'm not saying nothing, but so far it's been good. Managed to close, actually, not managed to close, but managed to do the trades for the week, midweek, 2.5% of 100,000. It's been a good curve, learned a lot, stuck to my plan, didn't really overthink anything. Just one thing I learned the most in these 3 days is that every single day we gotta mark the low of the day and high of the day, and that plays a huge role because this was Monday's low of the day, and then it came back down on Tuesday. There was a trade, and then Wednesday it came back down to the same low, same trade happened. Same thing with GJ, same thing with Euro. So I took in total 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I took 11 trades for 3 days, and I TP 8 trades out of the 11. So that's my probability for now, and this is my sharing for the week. I'm just using this demo account to understand myself, as what Gudit said earlier, understand myself as a trader, understand my risk management, understand how I see the market, and the size that I'm playing with is one lot. So every single time I take a position, it's one lot, nothing more than that. I keep the TP at 150 pips and 100 pips, and I keep the SL at 30 to 40 pips. That's it.
Amazing.
That's it from me, man, so far.
It's beautiful. I like how that both of us have a different approach in our trading, but all our trades are almost same. But it's just that you see differently and I see differently. This is beauty, This is what I actually like about trading. For instance, I couldn't see JPY, GP, JPY trade so clearly. However, in your trade ideas, you saw JPY more clearer than me. This is what I actually like,
Yes,
and this is where I
yes,
like that we have this weekly thing and we talk about how you saw your own particular traits and how I saw my own particular traits. So while I can go back and learn that how he saw this trait, and I want to look into it and try using my own backtests and see if I can play the same game. Amazing.
exactly, bro. Exactly. The
Amazing.
reason why I feel like I appreciate it as well is because, as you said, both of us see the market differently. But that's not a problem because both of us now can learn from each other on how you see the
Yes.
market and how I see the market, and we can reflect on what are the opportunities that we have missed. Just like that. So it's
Correct.
good that we are both sharpening our edge and seeing the market in our own eye, and then we get together and discuss on, oh, this is what I saw, this is what we see, and this is what he saw. So, as what you said just now, like the same chart, I looked at JPY different, and you looked at it different. But now we both have an understanding of like, okay, bigger picture, smaller time frame, what do we see?
Mm-hmm.
It's great, man. So let's
Yes.
just keep doing this. Nobody's in a rush to get back on a
Exactly.
paid challenge again.
Yes.
It's not a bit, we had a completely different mindset when we started that challenge. And obviously, market taught us a lesson, definitely, like how it teaches us a lesson every single time. Now, you just use the account that you have for September challenge and do your very best to try to pass it. And I'll do the same for October as well. And once we find some probability of like, okay, we understand the market, we can take the risk and actually go and give it another shot, and we'll do it, man.
Yeah, true. Because there's no rush into it. Meanwhile, all this hangama is happening with prop firms. That's the time we should sharpen our knives. We should just get off from the noise. Just focus on how can we sharpen our knife. Because trades are actually quite beautiful for this new cycle. What we have did a mistake in our past challenge is that we didn't properly see what actually the market cycle was actually doing. So, and also I want to help you that to make your trades more clearer and sharper, Taram, which you can see there, you can actually make two trades in that goal, where I would actually tell you create a rectangle, your lows and high. Do that. The rectangles, man. It makes your trades more clearer to move for you to see where the what do you call that, the resistance and supports are. So this is what a beautiful
Mm.
weekly explanation we had it for both of us. It's amazing. I love it. Let's do this every Wednesday and Saturday, and I'll just keep on recording for both of us. So
All right.
whoever you guys are watching, thank you so much for being here for today and
Thank
listening
you,
to
guys. Thank you. Have a great week ahead.
exactly, and thank you so much for being part of this our journal. So this is our future journal to see where we're heading to. This is going to be a very long-term video trading journal that we want to create for ourselves, and we want to see how when we want to look back after next year, when we look back at this video and feel like, wow, look at this, we did silly mistakes like this, how we could actually avoid it if we just stepped out from the zone and just relax. So this is why the main reason
Yeah.
why we did this video. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this.
Thank
All
you,
the
guys.
best.
Good night.
Good night. All the best to you guys. See you guys next week.